Guys, um, and happy holidays to you. I hope your Christmas or your December 25th was everything that you imagined it to be. And, today is the day after. So, if you're interested, I'm about to share all 15 or so of my law of attraction manifestation stories. I'm going to start with the one that is most recent, and I'm going to work my way down. So this one occurred about maybe 48 hours ago. And I just want to start at the point to where, um, you know, when everything is going good, like everything is going good, and we're just using the law of attraction in a way that we really don't even know that we're using the law of attraction. Like we're just believing that like everything is just going good. But once something happens, like in the midst of that happening, like we kind of lose the connection, and and we get off in like a negative tangent of thinking, or we just we just lose it, you know. Um, so on Evolving Conscious on my Instagram, I just started posting a lot of law of attraction um, quotes to my followers, and it actually was for my followers. Like I didn't know that it was really gonna work for me. Like I didn't have that intention. I was just trying to give people a way to know that things can really change with our thoughts. You know, so I wasn't really thinking about myself. I was thinking about everyone else, and I just noticed that like I started to like my feeling kind of like heightened. Like I was just feeling like really free, and like really calm, and like not really too nervous about what I needed to occur or what I needed to attract. Just knowing that, just being open to the universe, just being like, okay, so I want to see, like I know what I need. I want to see if it's gonna come, and I'm not gonna pressure it. I'm not gonna, put any emphasis on it. I'm just gonna see if it's really gonna happen. Um, so, um, so for most of you guys who don't know me, you can really follow my story on Instagram, and here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram at Evolving Conscious, and also at Evolving Conscious Clothing. Um, So to make the long story short, to give you an idea of like my journey thus far, is I was a health professional. I was a personal trainer, a spiritual coach, and I just believe that a lot of our triumphs, a lot of our tribulations, a lot of our sickness, a lot of our healing comes from our thought processes. And so I really do believe in the law of attraction. I really believe that we can heal ourselves and we can heal our conditions and our environment with our mind. Now, I'm not saying like everyone in the home, like if you live with your family, that's a separate thing. We can send them love, we can send them healing, but it's up to them to receive it. But you have the power to change your environment. Like you have the power to change what you have control of, and you have control of your thoughts. And so I just really found that I wasn't having uh, any fulfillment in my health career anymore, because it was like I was almost having to, you know, pull people to care about themselves. It was like I was caring about them more than they were caring about themselves, and that's a hard thing to do, because you're just sending energy to people, like energy and energy, and at the end of the day, you feel extremely drained, extremely drained. So, after 6 years or so, and I'm just like, okay, I need a new career. Me being the type of person to where I just love to create, and I am able to feel the energies of the universe, and actually the winter solstice changed my life. The first day of winter changed my life, and my life has been completely different since that day. So back to the hand, I realized that I needed to make a change, and I realized that, okay, one, I enjoy sharing information with people that can, make their lives better, and can make their lives happier, and joyous, and so I also realized that I love to create, and so I took um, a big leap of faith and of believing in myself. And sometimes that's what we have to do. Like sometimes we have to prove to ourselves that, you know, we are worthy, for one, and that we believe in ourselves. Oftentimes we put that belief in other people, and we try to find, how much can I believe in myself, on the extent of how much other people believe in me, and that will never work. It will fade, because if you're not showing the results, if you're not, doing what people think you should be doing, if you're not, making the progress as fast as they think you should be making, then that belief kind of fades, and so you're stuck at a place of like, am I doing the wrong thing? But you have to know for yourself that first of all, you believe in yourself, and when you believe in yourself, you know, you're just going off of, that this is going to happen, and not of, I used to know that this is going to happen, when everyone believed in me, but, or maybe I took the wrong, move. Believe in yourself, and if other people want to believe in you, that's fine. They'll start believing when they see the results, and it's up to you to just be like, okay, to be understanding, or to be, like whatever. Okay, so I took the leap of faith and I quit my job, and I had no savings because I wasn't making any money. Like I was hardly making money to pay my bills, and my car was just acting funny, and it was just like, yo, I needed another I needed another life, like, and so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm building my business. I'm my clothing business, and I'm, just offering the knowledge that I know to other people, and it's more fulfilling than just, you know, dragging people, trying to make people care for themselves. I feel like, once you get to, to fix the thoughts of people, they can actually fix themselves. Once people know that they can change their circumstance, they can actually take the steps to do whatever they're gonna do to make themselves healthier, happier, and everything else like that. One second. All right. So with that being said, my insurance was due on my car, and it was just a crazy thing because I was trying to sell my car, but nobody wanted to buy it because it's like, yeah, it's like it's like barely getting me around, right? And so I'm being thankful because I'm getting around. Okay, so I didn't have the money, at the time to pay for the insurance. I was just like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not asking anybody for money. I'm just going to see how the universe is going to, work this thing out. Because I'm like, okay, I know it's going to work out, but I want to see how the universe is going to do it. So I started, meditating and visualizing. Like I was always meditating, but I was always clearing myself when I meditated. Like, just stating that, I'm inhaling love, I'm inhaling wealth, I'm exhaling any fear or concerns or worries that I have. And I wasn't really visualizing. So I started visualizing myself as this person that always, that just had money. Like, and the universe was really supporting me, and that I was just opening up this portal of wealth. And man, and it's just like, things started changing. Like I started having these dreams, and like at night when I slept, and or during nap time, like I had this dream that my aunt and her daughter were at the house, and I had these sweaters on the wall, and she said, "Man," she said, "I like that sweater." She was like, "Rashawn, can I have that sweater?" And I was like, "Yeah." And my aunt, in the dream, she was like, "Man, we need to go to church." So it was just like, it was so realistic that I called my aunt, and I was like, "What are you guys doing? Are you going to church?" And she's like, "No, we're shopping for Janaya, which is her daughter, a new dress for Christmas for church." And I was like, wow, because I just had a dream that you guys, like, she was asking me if she could have this sweater, and she said that you were going to church. So it was really, really crazy that, it correlated with what they were doing at the time. So it was just like I just started having these dreams and stuff, and stuff like that. So my brother came over. This is getting into the law of attraction. My brother came over, and he was like, "Okay, I want you to come with me." He was like, "I want to get you something for Christmas, and we're gonna go and see whatever." He was like, "Do you still want some shoes or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool." So we go to a store, and the line was just like crazy. We went to the Nike store outlet, and the line was like crazy. So he's walking with a boot right now. He just got out of surgery, and he was like, "I don't want to stand in that line." So we go to the mall, like the furthest mall away, and he parks like so far away, and I'm like, "Why are you parking so far away when you are walking on crutches with a boot?" Like, I'm not understanding. And so, the whole time I'm just feeling so good. Not to mention that when he came to the house, we were dressed alike. We had the same shirt on, like the same color shirt, the same color shorts, and the same color shoes. And it was just like, it was just so weird. Okay, so we get to the mall, and we walking into the mall, and I didn't know, I found some shoes that I like, but they didn't have my size. And so I'm just like, okay, it's not going to happen today. And I was fine with that, because being that I wasn't making enough money, I really didn't shop a lot. And I have like really exquisite taste. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like the shoes that I picked out, the first pair of shoes I picked out was like $180. And then the second pair of shoes I picked out was 120. And it was just like, I'm like, to me, it's not really a lot of money, when you think of it, because if you're thinking of like being wealthy, you can't really think that's a lot of money. And it's really not. When you think in the big scheme of things, people are making a lot of money. People are making money. Like money is being circulated around, and I think it's a good thing to know that money is really being circulated around. Like people, there are billionaires, like there are multi-billionaires, there are multi-millionaires, like that are probably living in your neighborhood or across the wall. Like when you walk into these places in the mall, that these people are millionaires everywhere you go. And there are businesses, and these people are making a lot of money. So it's good to know that money is abundant. It is. It's good to know that there's abundance everywhere. And so, man, I just felt so good within myself. Like, and so we didn't find any shoes, and we were walking out of the mall. Okay. And my brother said something. He was like, I don't know, he was like, why was that white car parked on the side of our car? And when he said that, I saw all this money on the ground. Like, this is real life. Okay? So I saw all these $100 bills on the ground. Okay? Like, folded. Like, actually, I have the piece of paper that I found. Okay. So, we're walking, and all I see is these hundreds on the ground, folded, just like this, like laying down on the ground. I mean, like a bunch. I'm talking about like at least 100 of them. Like it was like a trail, and then once it got to the other side of the car, it was just like they were everywhere, right? So I looked down and I passed it up, and then I was like, wait a minute. So I picked this one up, and I looked at it, and I was like, wait a minute, are these real? And so I opened it up, and it says, I remember a time, right? And so it has like Bible scriptures on it. And like really filled on the other side with Bible scriptures. And when I saw those hundreds on the ground, I was just like, wow, you know, that's crazy. When I just was meditating and visualizing having money, like just having like money to pay and to enjoy life, you know, not just to pay, but just to enjoy life. So that day was over, and you know, I thought it was really weird. I picked it up, I kept the piece of paper, and the next morning, this is where it really gets so crazy. The next morning was the day that my insurance was due. And I didn't have it. Like the only thing I had was this. Right? And I hear this knocking. So I answer the door, and my mom hands me $100. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm talking about, I was so like, this is crazy, you know? Like, this is wild. I was just like, this is so wild. Like, this is so wild. I mean, I don't know. I just, and not to mention that I was just seeing the number 1111, like, I mean, all the time. It was just like all the time I was just seeing the number 1111. Like, it wasn't even 1111, and I was just seeing it. Like, it was just popping up everywhere. And so, needless to say, you know, the type of person that I am, I used the money to buy Christmas gifts. And so I was $100 out the hole. Like, I was just like completely broke again. Well, I didn't have money. And so I received another $300. Well, I received $300. And it was just, it's just crazy how the universe works. Like, and that's not really the first time. I guess I can tell two stories because these are similar. Like, this has happened to me one time before when, you know, I was really deep into the law of attraction, and, you know, they tell you if you want checks, then, you know, you have to imagine checks. Like, so I created 2 checks. Like, I created it. I cut, you know, the shape of the check. I wrote out, you know, an empty check. I wrote out 2 empty checks. Okay? And the next morning, my mom hands me 2 empty checks. I'm not kidding to you. She hands me 2 empty checks. Granted, those checks weren't for me, but maybe I wasn't being specific enough, you know, and the universe was like, okay, so you asked for 2 blank checks, but you didn't state that you wanted those checks to be, you know, in your name. You didn't state whatever. I just wrote out 2 blank checks, and that's what I received. And it's just, I guess, it's true when, man, I have so many good stories, but I really don't want to like overload you guys. And I don't want to make it seem as if I really want you to keep coming back, but I want to keep the videos between like 20 and 22, 25 minutes. Um but I have amazing stories. Like seriously, I have amazing stories. And I think what else works with the law of attraction, this is my tip for the end. What else works with the law of attraction is when you see that the law of attraction is working, I think it wants us to share those stories. Like, Source wants us to share those stories because it's not only going to help us, as in like the person that is receiving or in the midst of the power of the law of attraction, but it's also going to help other people to encourage. Because in the meantime, like when I start getting into the law of attraction, I want to watch videos of manifestation stories. I want to hear people, talk about how they created these synchronistic events and how they manifested the things that they needed, or just some things that they thought of. It's good because it keeps you in the flow of things. So that's really my purpose of sharing these stories. And I hope that this story was good enough to help you just to find interest in it if you're new to it, and to restart your engine to start utilizing the law of attraction again. And my goal actually for 2007 is to be consistent with the law of attraction. Because eventually I want to share stories of, man, I received a multi-million-dollar check in the mail. Man, I, manifested my dream home, which that is also a story. Yes. And it's so odd because we can manifest those things, but we have to be very specific on, you can manifest your dream home, but but what about how are you going to receive it? How are you going to live in it? Like, you can manifest it and say, man, that is like my dream home, and know that within yourself. But how are you going to own it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think we need to add that in our visualizations of being very specific on what it is that we want with the manifestations. And it's 23 minutes. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. We have 13 other more stories to share, and they're really good, you guys. They're really, really good. And if you like this video, like it. If you don't, then don't like it. But I'm ultimately sharing this so that we both can benefit from the power of the universe, the power of Source, the power of God, however you see it. And another thing is, the law of attraction is basically like faith. So if you're Christian, the law of attraction is like faith. It just breaks it down in a way that, for some of us can see it more clearly. Because like faith, like Christianity, there's no affirming in Christianity. There's no affirming of, I know that I have this, or I know that this can happen, or just maybe allowing things to occur. So with the law of attraction, it kind of gives you a different way to look at it. I hope you guys had a happy holidays, and I hope that this video sparked some interest in you, and I wish you a great day from the bottom of my heart.